I feel like things we're trying to figure out, still playing with each other, a lot of new pieces. So being able to push the pace, I think we're thinking a lot, trying to make the right plays, but sometimes make a mistake, and that's what preseason's for.
Does it matter to win these games?
I don't think so. I think it's more of the production. I think the Chicago game kind of, the first group coming out shitting the bed and the second group coming in and picking this up, I think that brings the team together, things like that.
And what's it been like kind of learning this new defensive scheme under Bill Belichick, and how are you adjusting to it?
Right, it's been fun. Everything's about communication. Everything's about talking. Says all the time they didn't have the answers, and he gives us kind of freedom to use our instincts, which is good. So many great players out here offensively that you kind of have to use your instincts. So to be able to do that and still kind of come together and communicate has been fun.
And what's the biggest change for you as someone who was used to that system last year, and now you have to adjust to this system?
Nothing really. It's something that I've seen before because I played against it. So I wouldn't say it's a big adjustment per se, but just something different.
Drew, look at the teams that you guys have faced in the preseason. A lot of different styles, a lot of different makeups. Has that been advantageous for the young guys to see that many, teams?
Yeah. No, I think it's been good for all of us. Again, just coming together and with so many new pieces and being able to figure it out together. Having a mixture of vets and young guys to be able to talk it through and try to communicate that through. So. Playing against different style teams that run pretty fast and super athletic, guys that'll run their stuff like a well-oiled machine. I think we get a little bit of everything.
What are your takeaways from Nikhil's performances so far?
Oh, he might be my favorite player on the team. I think Frank's played really, really well, but Kill, I think the way he's come in and kind of taking on the role and fearless has been pretty cool.
What was your first impression of him?
I thought he was good the first time I saw him. I was like, oh, he's going to be pretty good.
I mean, how rare is it to see a young guy come in with the confidence he's coming in when they're taking the shots he's taking earlier?
I think it is pretty rare, especially for I think where he's at and where he came into. Having guards kind of in front of him and still being able to come out and make those plays. I know that when I came in and had the guards in front of me, I wasn't trying to take shots like that necessarily, just really trying to be solid. But he's really confident in himself and being able to take some shots that are, I guess, a little bit out of what you would do as a young guy.
Is the curve with all these new guys, has it been about what you expected as far as getting to know each other and getting to learn how each other plays?
I think so. I think they've done pretty well. Again, a lot of smart guys, a lot of guys that have been through a system and know how to fall into that system. Very, very coachable. So to be able to come in here and kind of just fit in and sync well has been pretty good.
Drew, did you ever imagine Zion would have been this effective, even in preseason? I know it's, not the regular season, same animal, but did you expect Zion to be able to score, over 20 points in 3 straight games and be as efficient as he's been?
Yeah.
No surprises.
Yeah, no surprises.
Do you think he'll be able to maintain this kind of play for the regular season?
That we'll see. He has a pretty tough position to play, and there's 82, hopefully, plus games. So I'm not sure that he's done that before. So yeah, we'll see.
How important is the depth of this team being for the vets like you guys? Some of you may have some injuries that you're still nursing and things like that. Being able to limit your minutes in the preseason and still get your work in.
It's been great, honestly. Just having a mixture of being able to go out there and play and to teach and connect a little bit, and even learn stuff from the young guys. So to be able to kind of sit down and sit back and watch some growth, and then at the same time being implemented into it.
Thank you.
All right.
So what's it been like kind of seeing the way everybody's reacting to the way you're playing in the preseason so far?
I appreciate the love from the beginning. Since I've been here, everyone's been giving me confidence. Coaching staff, players, all just telling me things that will help. At the same time, telling me just to be myself, trust myself. Melly, before the fourth quarter in the Utah game, just telling me trust my instincts. Everyone thinks I can play, and they're giving me the confidence to do that.
For a veteran like Drew Holiday to call you his favorite player, what does that do for you?
It means a lot. Because when you look at all that he can do on both sides and his ability to defend, but he just makes the game look so easy. And it's you're also watching him in slow motion, just his craftiness. He sees things before it happens on both sides, and it's kind of you just get antsy watching it. He gets you out of your seat. And for me, it's a huge compliment.
How tough was it for you to have to sit the first half, those first 2 games, while still kind of learning? What were some of those vets kind of telling you in that moment? Because it looked like when you came out in the third, it really didn't matter.
For me personally, it was just appreciate every opportunity. I mean, again, for me to be here, standing in front of you guys just means a lot to me. Coming from Toronto, Scarborough especially, I think I'm like the only one to really get drafted and make it. And so that in itself is just all I can ask for. Anything that comes with it, I'm going to work for and try to achieve, but it's all a bonus from here on out.
Speaking of that, a week from now you'll be in Toronto for the regular season opener. What's it like just mentally thinking about you're a week away from your career really starting?
It's all coming full circle. A lot of the stuff prior to this is starting to make sense, you know, and you realize, like, why is this happening? Like, why am I doing this? But so, like, times like this, having my family there, to be playing my first NBA game at home, I can't ask for anything more, so I'm appreciative. And like I said, if I don't play, I'm home. My family's here. It's the NBA. I can ask for more.
When the schedule came out and you saw that was the first game, what was your first reaction when you realized that's where it was going to start?
I was a little worried because, you know, you got to, like, now get tickets and it's ring ceremony and Toronto fans now, it's hard to get some and the prices for them is like all that stuff. But it was excitement and then it was like reality. Like you guys start budgeting and you guys start telling people no, and it's kind of getting hard.
Every time we bring you up to Coach, he always says, man, Nikhil is kind of bordering between cocky and confident. He's so confident out there. So I guess how do you find that battle between being ultra confident but also not trying to do too much yet at times?
Staying within every play, kind of trusting yourself and having confidence in yourself, but at the same time, you never want to like get too ahead of yourself. Like I'll never let, for instance, like when I missed those free throws and I took the next shot, I'll never let what happens the play before dictate the next play. And that's what they've been really, really preaching to me. And so in games, I'm trying to stay faithful to what I know is who I am and just continue that. And so if I make a shot the next play, I'm not thinking I'm going to make it because I made it the last play. If I miss, I'm not worried either. In the game, it's just trying to get a win.
Nikhil, how much do you relish having the role off the bench as being one of the leaders of the second unit with decision-making and stuff?
I've never even looked at it like that. I'm just coming in, trying to do what I can for the team.
Thanks, Nikhil.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Very dead man. How do you these guys have kind of adjusted to each other as you go in, last week before the season? Is it going?
I still think we got a ton of work to do. Some of the things have been really good. We've struggled in other areas, and I think it's just a matter of playing more games and the actual experience of trying to run what we are trying to do from an offensive standpoint, and then defensively, we're almost in the right spot, but teams that have done certain things to take advantage of that, we've got to learn how to make that adjustment, on the fly sometime. But for the most part, I think we're doing well. We're playing hard and we're competing hard. We just got to get smarter, and our execution's got to be a little better.
Does it matter if you're winning these games? Do you think it actually?
It's kind of irrelevant, really. I like the fact that we play hard and we find a way to win, but I don't put a whole lot of stock in the preseason games. We're not playing against the people that we're going to play against. Not that we play out. Drew Holiday has not played in the fourth quarter yet. I got a pretty good idea that he'll probably be in and for some fourth quarters. So I just think for the most part, you get the young guys some experience, and Nikhil has shown that he can be a pretty good player in those situations. But the question is going to be, can he be a pretty good player against the frontline guys? When we're playing the Damon Lillards of the world, or we're playing the Steph Currys and the and the LeBron Jameses, can we still do some of the things that we do and be effective? And I think that's going to be that'll be the big challenge for us.
Is that why you kind of started to shift him into the first half and some of these last 2 games to try to get him against some of the
I mean, it's just kind of worked out that way, but I want to try to get him, obviously as much experience as you can in these situations, because, you play 5 games and then all of a sudden, you're into the regular season. I mean, a week from today, we're going to be, basically lining up in Toronto and watching them get championship rings and then playing.
You listed obviously that things are going to be different in the regular season, but what have you seen that you do expect to translate to regular season games?
Well, I think just the movement of the basketball, the fact that we've had 40 assists in a game, in the preseason game, I think is a really good indication of the ball movement that we're going to try to play with, and what we try to preach as a coaching staff. So I think that translates. I think some of the execution that we've had in half court plays, which we had to improve on from last year. I think we've done that. So that is a plus. And I think overall, just the unselfish play that we've had. We've taken some tough shots sometime, but that's just not really having a feel of exactly of what we're trying to do right now. Not any selfishness. I don't see anything like that. But we've just got a lot of work to do, and we're going to have to do it on the fly, really.
What do you think about the way the guys have adjusted to the just defensive system? How's that going so far?
I think it's been fine. Obviously that's the one part where it's completely different than what we did last year, most of it, and so we've got a lot of new guys. So it's pretty much new for everybody almost. So I think they've tried to do it. I think they played with energy. That's the thing. I think if we play with the energy that we played with, and obviously the rotations are going to be a little different, and you're going to have a different combination of people out there. But for the most part, that can translate too. Because we are competing at a real high level. And I don't want to take anything away from the 4 wins that we had, because I think the fact that we played these young guys and some of the other guys, and they found a way to win games after being down big. I think that's big also,
Has it been, I mean, this is challenging having this many new guys, you've mentioned it, but has it been enjoyable? Has it been a more fun camp than maybe some years because there are so many pieces to find out and figure out about?
I think it's been a real interesting camp in that, number one, we got healthy guys. I wish there was wood to knock on, yeah. But we literally had, almost 19 guys for practice every single day. So, a couple of guys we just kind of set out from a precautionary standpoint, but we've been pretty healthy, and that in itself has been pretty enjoyable because we have been able to have the ability to move people around.
With the way you guys are playing defense, expecting the bigs to be aggressive, how important is it for the guards to come in and grab some of the rebounds and help them out?
We have to get our guards rebounded, and if you go back and look, Lonzo has been a really good rebounding guard. He and Drew both have been good rebounding guards. If you look back at their stats over the years, and I think that Zion is going to be a good rebounder because I think he does a good job of pursuing the ball. So, but we'll have to get help from our guards from a rebounding standpoint. But there's no reason to think that we can't do that.
And you mentioned after the last game, the pace isn't exactly what you want it to be right now. I guess what's it going to take to get that ramped up the way you want it?
We have to get it there. The last game I think we were 7th, and it would have been 7th in pace. And a little of it is come from the they're indecisive about what decisions they should be making, so that slowed down some. I think the more we play and the more we're out there and they feel more comfortable in what they're doing, then their decisions will be quicker, and then the pace of the game will pick up also. So it's all things that I think is very workable and correctable. But when you're playing and you're brand new with all of this stuff, sometimes you're a little hesitant about what you're doing, and that can slow us down a little bit.
Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Coach.